Hey beauties, it's Jayme Jo
and Jessie Massoud,
and welcome to Skinfluence,
a podcast dedicated to beauty, fashion and self-love,
turning your weakness into your uniqueness.
Before we get started, we'd like to acknowledge the custodians of the land on which we record, the Gadigal People of the Eora Nation.
We have a very special guest on today's episode, internationally regarded as a leading hair artist, award-winning expert and social media instructor. Natalie Anne regularly works on branded collaborations, red carpets, runway shows and global campaigns.
Founded in early 2017, Natalie Anne Hair Care was developed by Natalie Anne and her husband, Arthur James Adams, following years of personal and in-salon struggles with products that promised but didn't perform. Natalie Anne decided it was time to simplify their hair care game and create a solution that would bridge the gap between luxury and DIY.
Please welcome Natalie Anne onto Skinfluence. Thank you so much for coming in. If you guys don't know, Nat and me met, I don't know, maybe
Nat
and I met like 6 years ago, and she's the first person to ever touch my hair besides like my auntie, and I trust her with my life.
I feel so privileged.
So thanks for coming in.
You're welcome.
And she's also done Jessie's hair a lot.
She's the only person I trust to do my wedding hair. Like, I've already decided
stop.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Jamie's doing my makeup, you're doing my hair.
I'm on it. Done.
Nat, you once told me that you're going to do 3 hairstyles for me on my wedding day.
Yeah,
That's
easy.
the...
I mean, I don't even know what we would do.
I feel like if you're going to get me out of retirement, you might as well put me to work.
Retirement?
Yeah, I don't do brides anymore.
Well, you're doing my hair.
Oh, sorry.
course.
It's a kid.
So that it leaves me available to do my loved one.
Your best friends. Yeah,
Yes.
that's me.
Yes.
Well, Nat, you have been in the industry for so long, and you really have paved the way in Australia in terms of like hairstyling. Tell us a little bit about your journey. You told me before that you've been doing hair for 23 years because you're 37,
years.
and that is older than Jessie and my age. So
Yes.
that's crazy.
I started hairdressing when you were 1. Isn't that crazy?
And
I
you were
was
14?
non-existent.
I was 14.
That's
I'm
really
family
young.
of hairdressers. My stepmom, my nan,
Wow.
all of them were hairdressers. So I think it was inevitable that I was going to become a hairdresser. I feel like hairdressing chose me, not the other way around.
Yeah.
Every time I'd go visit my dad on the weekends, I would be in a salon. So it was intoxicating, the smell, the
You
vibe.
get addicted.
You do.
Yeah.
And I think I was addicted to watching women like walk out feeling themselves.
I
So,
love
That's
that.
such a lovely...
So that's what
thing to
really
see.
kind of inspired you to keep going with it.
most definitely.
Well, then how did you turn your love for hairdressing into an empire? You've got amazing following on socials. You've styled the most incredible people on the red carpet. Tell us a bit about that.
I think I'm super over ambitious and, anything that my dad always told me, he's like, if you're, going to be a garbage collector, make sure you own the garbage run. If you're going to be a beauty therapist, make sure you
so
own the
Lepo.
beauty therapist.
So Lebanese
you know what I
of
mean?
us.
So it didn't really matter like what I chose to do in my life as long as there was no ceiling or there was no cap. And definitely culturally that drives like that ambition. And my family, I've hired my entire family. So I needed to make sure that they were paid every week. So
I love
hired
that.
my sister, my cousins, my husband's in the business now.
Brother.
Yeah, my brother.
Yep.
So we've had lots of loved ones along the way. And I think that is really the driving force of, keeping those milestones, like ticking them off, which has been really good.
Yeah.
That's really
How old?
exciting.
So 14 years old. What age did you decide I want to do this by myself? Like,
I was 21 when I left my sort of job and started my own business, which is very young when you think about it.
Goodness.
But I was always working from home, like on the side, trying to make ends meet. Because when you're a first year apprentice, you don't make much money. Back then I was making $220.03.
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
And
in
you
a
remember
check.
it. I love that.
You do. You get it in a check, and it was in this little envelope. You'd go to the bank and cash it in.
Yeah.
So I'd always had to do side hustles and jobs. Always work from home. I was a nightclub promoter.
Oh, yes. Okay,
So
okay. Make that extra
music is
flow,
always
that
yes.
cash. Yeah.
But also what it taught me is to basically build a database, create content. Back then I used to take all of the club photos and send them out to everybody. So I was
Yeah.
like, if I do their hair before they go to the club, I can start building out that network.
Smarty
and that's
pants.
usually
Good idea.
that's how the hustle sort of started, which is
I
cool.
love that.
Yeah, I started on MySpace before
Wow.
Facebook.
Goodness.
I don't
I
even
know
know
I'm
what the
showing
other
my
like.
age, but I started on MySpace through the club data.
Yeah.
So we had 5,000 followers on MySpace.
But that's really good.
and then we
that's a
started
lot for
Facebook.
back then.
Yeah, it was huge.
Wow.
And then Facebook,
Yeah.
that grew to 1 million.
Whoa.
And then Instagram, and then TikTok. I got too tired. I was
Yeah,
like,
but that's
not the
like
next
5
platform.
Yeah, you're so
I am.
established now that it's not really like a necessity to be growing your platform on TikTok. But
Thank
tell
you.
us a little bit about your favorite people that you've starred on the red carpet, because
I'm so intrigued.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, Nat's just like a boss. She's traveled LA. She's done so many amazing people's hair. Like, give us a few of your faves.
I think Desi Perkins is one of my faves.
Desi Perkins is like my dream girl in
Yeah.
YouTube. I was obsessed with her.
Funny story on Desi, actually. She didn't find me. She didn't know who I was, but I was traveling. I was doing a PR tour in Vegas, LA, and Miami, I think.
Casually.
Casually. But I took my little brother with me.
Yeah.
And at the time, he
He's a
wasn't
hustler.
21 yet.
He's a hustler, though.
He is a
That
hustler.
boy hustles.
He's a hustler. So he was with me filming, and he wasn't 21, and we were in Vegas, so he was so bored. He couldn't do anything.
Poor thing.
And he basically saw her, and he's like, "Hey, Nat, that's Desi Perkins." I'm like, "No, it's not." He's like, "It is." So he runs up to her just before she's going into a lift. He's like, "Hey, how you doing?" My sister's like the most famous hairdresser. So like, we're here. Did you need your hair done? And it's so funny.
I'm shook.
I don't know why she said yes.
I love that.
But she was just like, I didn't know her brother shoots her content.
No.
So I think she felt like this is super cute.
Yeah.
That's the
And
cutest
she
thing
was just
ever.
like, yeah. Literally in my DM the next 5 minutes going, "Hey, actually, I wouldn't mind my hair styled. I'm doing something or other." And that's what we did.
Is
What
that
style
divine
did you do?
intervention?
It was so weird. I think we did like this. At the time, I had a collaboration with Keller, and we created these really cool accessories.
Yeah, I
so I
remember.
put them in her hair. We did like a braided top knot and some like tussled beachy waves. Like, she's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was fun.
That's so fun.
In recent times, I just worked with Caroline Stanbury
Who-
from Real Housewives.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dubai.
awesome.
Yeah, that's really
Her and
big.
her man are just so funny. We did a double like press day here. That was really cool. Like in and out of like, the morning show and all of like the radio networks. So we did a couple of different looks, full vlog, but it was fun.
That's so cool. You get to
Wow.
meet so many different people.
So different.
yeah.
Lots of different personalities.
Yeah.
I love working with boss women though. Like, I think that's sort of, if you would say who's my favorite type of client, like I love women in business.
Yeah.
Women like you?
Yeah. But like someone like Lily Galici, she's a boss. Like
Yeah, I
I
haven't
remember
met
when
her.
I did her hair in LA, she just did not stop working. Like,
Wow.
and I remember thinking to myself, this is so inspiring. Like, she was, at the time, she was still doing her lashes. She's a lawyer. But, there's so many things that you don't know about these influencers.
Of course.
That
We have a whole other
really,
life.
Like, help them create that business,
What's fully involved in your business? What are all the aspects?
So we've got like multiple streams like to our business. We have our salon business, which is, it kind of runs itself now. That was hardcore for the last 10 years. We're celebrating our 10-year sort of anniversary this year.
Yeah.
My sister now runs that business. She's our head colorist and our color director.
That's amazing.
Yeah, there's like 8 stylists in there. It's
It's
a beautiful
iconic.
little
That
family.
salon's iconic. It just
is.
looks, it's gorgeous. It's just such a vibe in there.
Yeah,
so
sets
many
the scene.
amazing things have happened in that salon.
It really has like so many beautiful memories,
Yeah.
and I do love it. But I feel like the next chapter obviously is something I've been working on as a side hustle for so many years, which is our product line.
Yes.
Big vibes. That is a completely different business, and that's
Yes.
a different beast. Like, I've always wanted my own product line, but being in product development, you learn so many different things. I'm so happy and grateful that I am a hairdresser. So the R&D is so much easier because I know what needs to perform. I know the actives that I want in there. Like, and also being in the marketing field, I understand what makes the clients tick and what ingredients they're looking for.
Yeah. Yep.
So I think it definitely is something that will be our focus for the next part of our career, which
Okay.
is very
But don't be
exciting.
too humble. You've been killing it. Your Prep and Play just won a major award.
Thank you.
So what was the award? Tell me.
It was the Australian Hair Fashion Award, the best new hairstyling product.
See,
Wow.
like it is such a phenomenal
Kicking
product.
down goals.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
I mean, this is something that we've used multiple tubes of ourselves, but
You have used multiple tubes.
it's so good. And I feel like anytime,
Just in one go.
no, literally.
Oh my God, she's so fun. Every time
Yeah.
she leaves the salon, I'm like, do you guys need
And I'm
more
like,
prep?
yeah.
Do you need more charcoal?
I do need more prep. it's a product that is so versatile. I remember like you were redefining my curls and you didn't have a curl comb. You're like, oh, let's just use Prep and Play. You know, you don't usually use it for redefining curls. And my hair had never been that snatched ever. And you were like, wait a second.
I know, but so since then it's crazy. And this is why I love working with you both.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I think working with the same girls over and over and over and trying to like create new looks and find new formulas or ways to get around it. But that particular moment was like a game changer for me because we never used it to redefine curls or finger coil or, you know, and I love that. I feel like I've learned so much working with both of you.
Yeah.
Just because you know your hair better than anyone else. And I think that's such a curly thing.
Yes.
Like, and I always say it, I'm like, curly girls know their hair better than us.
100%.
So like take their lead and just be their hands and absorb and try and understand. And I think that's my favorite part of my job is really learning from my clients, like what they do and their routine. And I think more hairdressers need to lean into that. Like they've been born with this hair.
That's
they know
such
more
great
than
advice
us.
for hairdressers because so many women with curly hair and men with curly hair really struggle to find a hairdresser they can trust because they don't listen to them.
They just have to listen.
Let's hop into some trends because I'm dying to hear what your
Thoughts are.
Yeah.
What are some trends that you're seeing on the red carpet a lot lately?
Red carpet is definitely a little bit more low key recently. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we're seeing glassy, glossy, healthy, glazed,
hair.
like juicy hair.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
so
more natural
everything,
styles.
Yeah, it's like everything is blown out. Everything is really undone, understated. And I feel like the garment is the hero, which is really beautiful.
Okay.
I do love that about red carpet. I think a really good hairstylist knows when to pull back. It should be the final tip. It shouldn't be the moment.
Okay.
It's always the one that just finishes the look.
Where do you think that kind of influence is coming from?
I'm going to definitely still say the Kardashians. I think, where as much as people like to deny it, it is they really paved the way.
Dang.
Yeah.
I never, I kind of just dismissed that in my head because I definitely don't want to admit it either.
But most people don't, you know. But I would say that they are still the most referenced celebrity in the hair chair.
So when girls come and sit in your chair, they go, I want this and it's one of the Kardashians.
If Kylie's,
I've
rocking
done
a
that.
blow dry or a butterfly cut,
Yep.
If Kim's doing a mermaid wave or the glass trend or something shiny, the biggest color transformations from black to blonde, but like don't do that.
Yeah, no.
I'm always kind of watching Chris Appleton or, some of the other stylists and just going, ooh, did you really take her blonde? Why would you do that to your whole entire hairdressing community? Because it's going to haunt us for the next.
Let's go. Oh, yeah. Then you guys
Do you
have
know
to
what
cop
I mean?
the slack
It's
of
the
that.
repercussion.
That's so funny.
That's really good.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, I
so
never think about that.
It's crazy.
Okay,
It's
cool.
a domino effect.
So undone, kind of pulled back hair.
Yeah.
Less about the structure, less about the accessories.
It's less about the hair.
Wow.
It's just about it being healthy, beautiful, and really framing her face.
Yep.
Décolletage, like a little like one shoulder moment, but shiny, healthy. I think it's less about texture and more about gloss.
Question: do you think their hair is actually healthy, or are there techniques that they like when you're in the chair to make it look healthy?
It's definitely not the healthiest.
Yeah.
But it's because you have to understand, like, celebrities are like having their hair styled
Yeah, that's what I mean.
multiple
the
times
time.
a day. They might do multiple looks a day, but at the same time, it is being looked after.
Yeah,
know,
models
and
and
it's
actresses.
extensions. Yeah, wigs.
models. I feel bad for models and actresses, to be honest, because their hair gets put through the ringer. Like they don't have a lot of.
I mean, you
control.
would know what
Yeah.
it's like. How aggressive was like being under that wig for how many months?
It's horrible being under
Yeah.
a wig or getting onto set and then being like, oh, we need to tong your entire hair or, we're going to straighten your hair. Like, you don't have a lot of control over what's going on with the curls. So I can imagine for celebrities that they would really have a lot of, like, damage that they have to counteract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think having a really good, like, hair care routine. Like, I think most people are so focused on their skincare routine and they always forget their hair care routine. And it really should be a part of your self-care.
Yeah.
So, it's having a treatment ritual once a week, making sure you're wrapping it up. Even if it's for 5 minutes, shave your legs and then rinse it out. But just make sure that you're
Caring for it.
100%.
Give it a second.
100%.
I
Love
think it's
it
such a
back.
big deal. I think curly girls do that well because we have to.
Yeah, that's so
But
true.
everyone should. It's like the best feeling having a hair care moment.
I think but I hate that people complain about how expensive hair care is, but they spend so much on skincare.
Kills
Like,
me.
there's a double standard.
It's so funny because everyone's like, oh, why don't you do more brushes? And I'm like, because they don't sell. And they're like, what do you mean? I was
Because you
like,
buy one brush.
how many makeup brushes do you own?
Yeah, exactly.
Like
You own a lot.
20,
Yeah,
30,
yeah.
40? I'm like, how many hairbrushes do you own? They're
3.
like 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe a Denman.
I think we
Maybe a Natalie Anne gentle.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, that's so
So,
true.
yeah. But I also think we need more hair influencers explaining those little moments. Like, why is it important? What do you use this brush for?
Yeah.
You know? So
And that's good. You gave me a kick up the butt to do a bit better with my hair influencing.
we should
better,
do definitely more education
Yeah.
around that.
Yeah.
100%. Okay, I'm excited to hear your thoughts. What's your favorite hair accessory trend right now? I feel like hair accessories are always in and out. Sometimes they're used more than others. My favorite was bows for a while, but I do think they're on their out.
I don't know.
You don't know?
Bows, and more bows. Like
Really?
I just shot
It's
a
still coming.
new campaign for Bellini, and like it's bow obsessed. You know, we
Wow.
just did Fashion Week, and we styled the whole event with bows.
We did bows, yeah.
Yeah, it was like the whole thing is bows. I don't actually think bows ever leave. They just get smaller.
Yeah.
Or they get bigger.
Yeah.
It's
So
just like-
I feel like at Fashion Week, so in May, we're seeing like really oversized bows.
Yep.
And then now, I mean, in our most recent show, it was really delicate, tiny baby bows. So
Baby
like
bow.
even like you know, if you're watching the AI filters, they've got like little makeup baby bow
That's so cute.
filter. We recently did a show, and an incredible nail artist basically did our baby bow moment on the nails.
That's
So
cute.
they were like 1 meter length long bows.
I did see that. That's
Yeah,
pretty
so
wild.
I don't think they're on the out. I think they're
They're staying.
Oh, they really hit a
permanent.
stay. Well, do you have any other hair accessory things you like right now that are trending?
I've never been a fan of headbands. Why?
Yeah.
Head shape is it's ears for me. Like I hate that they don't sit right and they're like a bow forward.
Yeah.
And you know,
Yeah.
maybe it's me.
I feel attacked. I wore a headband last week.
But do you like them?
She puts it over
No,
her.
I feel like
I
she can wear anything.
I put it over my ears, and then I like having my hair over the top. That's when it looks cute.
Very 90s
yeah.
and cute.
Yeah, that's when it looks
But
cute.
like the structured headbands. I know what you're like the structured headbands. They do that to the ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
those-
yeah, like
they're
a
really hard to
fabric-
make look like the Blair Waldorf headband.
But I do
Sure.
think from an accessory point of view, it's layering the accessories. I think if you're going to wear one cuff, it's
Yeah.
like boring.
Yep.
But if you do like 5 cuffs, it's
got it.
cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cute. I really love gold cuffs in the hair
Me too.
right now.
Now, specifically for the curly girls, what's a curly hair trend that you're seeing a lot of, and do you like it or not like it?
I think the biggest curly hair trend for me is experimentation. So I feel like everyone over the last, say, 4 or 5 years are really nailing their routine.
Yep.
They're finger coiling, they're Denman coiling, they're really understanding their hair type.
Yeah.
So now, I feel like now that they understand how to redefine their hair properly, they're being a little bit more experimental, which
can
is
play.
so beautiful.
they wanna
like,
play.
They want to play. They want to put it up.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're seeing so many girls actually wear their natural texture up, which
Which
is
I love.
we've been dying.
Yeah,
how many,
it's
how many times do we have to preach this?
Oh,
Finally.
Exactly.
Yeah, honestly.
Well, I mean, even in bridal, I'm seeing so many more natural curly girls wear their natural hair to their wedding, which is stunning.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
reels. Like figuring out how
Yeah.
to do my natural hair for my wedding.
Or the-
Like what I did for
Olivia, that was stunning. And I just recreated that on TikTok, like a similar kind of updo because I went to a wedding over the weekend. I was going to say the same thing. I think that just girls, men, they're actually just wearing their hair. That's the biggest trend for curls. People actually just love it.
They
and I
do.
love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's taken Australia a really long time, but I think you're a testament to why that's happening.
Thank you.
know, because there is educators like you
Yeah.
that are like confident and have taken their followers on a journey to be like, you know what? It's okay to wear your hair curly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because for many years it wasn't. It was
Yeah.
unprofessional. It was not. Like, I know when I was growing up, so I don't have my hair curly. Like, you looked messy. That's
Yeah.
what they said. They're like, have you done your hair?
Yeah.
I'm like,
so mean.
well, back then it wasn't. Like,
Yeah.
it was like,
It was
it was an
just the
expectation
reality.
to blow dry your hair
Yeah.
as a part of your uniform, basically.
Wow.
So I am all here for it, and I'm
Yeah.
very happy that curly girls are embracing their curls.
I love it too. That's, that's what we're all about here.
We've been loving doing rapid fire rounds, especially with our guests. It's really fun just to like get to know you, but in like short format.
Okay.
Super simple responses, simple one-word answers, or you can elaborate a little bit just to get to know you more and your thoughts on hot topics.
Yeah,
Okay,
just like off
amazing.
the top of your head. Just fire them off. Your nails, are they your secret weapon? Do they make hairstyling better?
Yes.
Show them. Show them your nails.
They're so good.
And yes, my kids' bums are clean.
Do people ask you that?
They really do.
That's
What?
so funny.
Why?
That's
That
so
is-
How do you
invasive.
change a nappy?
That's
I'm
so
like,
invasive.
It's the
What the
cleanest butt ever.
Yeah,
I'm sure it is.
Jeez.
Take that, ladies.
All right.
Okay.
Dream client.
J-Lo.
J-Lo.
I love that
Yeah,
response.
come on.
Wait, can I ask what would you do?
Anything.
Anything?
Everything.
God.
To be honest with you, I'd actually probably take her back to natural.
That would
I
be a match made in
really want
heaven.
her to like
Go through the
rock
journey.
her curls.
Yeah, like,
Oh my gosh, I love that.
She has hustled
Yeah.
her ass off.
She has.
Like, regardless of what people think of her, like, she's always been the underdog, and I hate it. She's like one of the most talented dancers, singers, performers, actresses. Like, she's
Businesswoman.
like a triple threat.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my
You hate the
one
J-Lo
word answer.
slander.
That's your one word
I
answer.
hate it. She's hot. Fire.
She is hot. Come on, we can't deny that she's hot. Okay, what's your favorite hair tool?
My volumizing comb.
Okay.
Full stop. Yeah.
The comb. I do like the comb. It's very,
I can't function without
it's
it.
very good.
Yeah.
It's very good.
All right, now favorite hair product.
Prep and play.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to say that, and I agree.
Yeah, I totally agree. What hair trend do you currently hate?
Pammy.
What is that?
The Pammy Anderson.
Oh,
it needs to die. Like, I'm done
You're
with
over
it.
the big blow dry.
Well, no, it's like people think they know 90s. I'm like, that's not 90s.
That's so funny.
Like, that's not 90s.
Yeah.
Like, Pammy is textured and sexy and beautiful. But then Kim's rendition of it, I feel like, is the one that needs to go away. Because
Sure.
it's, like, done to death.
Yeah.
It was beautiful, but it's, like, 3 years old.
It's
Like,
yeah, we're
let's
done.
move on.
We're done. Okay.
Your biggest hair health don't.
Diet. Yeah, I feel like when people go on hardcore binge diets and lose a lot of weight, they lose a lot of hair.
Oh, that's so true.
Yeah, so I think when girls are like really worried about their waist, they forget what it's going to do to their skin and their hair.
That's a really big one that I completely forgot about.
You'll see a lot of hair loss.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot.
Okay. Okay, what's your biggest hair health do? What do you really want everyone to start doing?
Increase your fatty acids in your diet.
Mm.
Yeah, so like high omega-3s, like, you know, fish oil,
Yep.
and like loads of it.
So it really comes from within.
It really
Like
does
what you're
come
filling your
within.
body with really
Yeah.
will affect your hair, your skin, and your just beauty, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hydration.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Always.
I need to be better at that.
Yeah.
All right. Who's your fave beauty content creator at the moment? Or like someone that you look up to?
Ooh, it's Huda for me.
Yeah.
Always. I
She's
feel
always
like it
paving the way.
Always will be.
Yeah.
I think because she has given everyone else an amazing platform.
She has. I grew as well from Huda.
Yeah.
3 videos she reposted on her page. They all hit like 2-3 million views.
Right.
One hit 20 million views, which is, you know, unspeakable. I only had maybe 10K at the time, and I
Like,
went, boom,
wow.
exploded.
I love women who help women.
Yeah.
I just don't think people realize what she did for creators.
but
She did
just in the entire beauty community in
Yeah.
general.
I think, yeah, she changed really the game in Australia. as well.
Massively,
Yeah.
massively. Okay, I have a funny one. What do you think of everyone cutting their hair off right now to their shoulders?
I think they're going to regret it.
Yeah, see, we agree. I'm so done with the bobs. I mean, it looks really good on some people, and then if you have a round face shape, I'm like, girl, why are you don't do it.
Look, I don't get me wrong. I think everyone can rock a short haircut. It's just the right haircut.
Yep.
And it should never be impulsive. It should never be breakup hair.
Oh god.
Like, if you break up with your man, babe, the worst thing you could do is cut your hair
don't
off.
chop your
Like,
hair
that's
off.
not, he doesn't care. Like, that's not a thing. Don't do that.
Jayme and I were talking about
Like,
this
unless
the
he
other
really
night.
likes short hair, and then all of a sudden you've got short hair. That's
gosh.
the only time breakup hair is a and never cut your hair on a full moon.
Yeah. Well, can you tell me if you think that this is true? My teta, my grandma, has always told us never cut your hair on your period.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it just the hormones aren't doing the thing.
No, it's because you can't make up your mind.
Oh!
Like, Teta was right. She's
Teta.
like, I know her. She's a khalta when she's got her period.
That means crazy. That's so good.
that's the
That's so
best.
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your 3 fave beauty products at the moment.
I love Curly Q by Davro.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely one of my favorite brands. I love Pomegranate Blush by NARS. No, it's Laura Mercier.
Oh,
Sorry.
Laura Mercier. Okay, say
One
that
more
again.
time.
Yeah.
I love the Laura Mercier Pomegranate Blush
They got
because I
good
like
blushes.
a punch in the face.
Yeah. Okay.
Like if you see it, it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's very bright. And I would definitely say my third favorite is, like cult favorite is QV.
QV.
Like
Yeah,
sunscreen?
man. No, like
The
body
cleanser.
wash cleanser.
Oh, the QV cleanser. Oh, nice.
I think after I had kids
Yeah.
and I have really bad psoriasis,
Exactly.
it's really the only thing that doesn't like send me.
Yeah, well, Nat's always had a history of, skin issues. So that's a great thing to know if you've got psoriasis, eczema. Okay, cool.
And then the natural one, like old school, but I would probably say we have like a Lebanese cake soap.
Oh, do you use that as well?
which is-
Yeah,
it's
we have some at home.
Yeah, it's basically made from olive oil.
Yeah.
And that would be my fourth. favorite.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's
Alternative
literally my
organic.
dad is the only thing that he uses from head to toe is that. It's
Yeah.
yeah,
What do you
olive
call
oil
it?
soap.
It's called sabun.
Sabun.
Bardon.
I was about to say, what's
Yeah.
that sabun? Yeah.
Sabun.
It's so funny because we're talking about like MPD and what we want to create next. And someone was like, why can't you do a bougie bulgy soap?
Yeah,
I was
that's so true.
Bougie
actually
sabun.
could.
That's a
great
great
But I just
idea.
hate, when you put it in the shower,
And it gets yucky.
gooey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the goo.
Ew.
Man, I can't do cake soap goo.
Yuck, Nat.
Don't you think?
Yeah, of course.
You have to wash it
thing.
down first.
But even then, like, how do you store it? Like, it's a whole thing.
Yeah, it is. It is a whole
things
thing.
I think
But it's
about.
like any bar soap kind of makes your shower gunky. Okay, anyway, that was such an amazing episode. That was so much fun. So where can we find you and your products?
Natalie Anne Hair on Instagram, Natalie Anne Hair Care, and natalieanne.com if you want to shop the range now.
Nat's like my older sister, like my soul sister. So thank
Amen.
you so much
Love
for
you
coming on
girls
today.
so much.
Thank you so much for joining us today on Skinfluence.
If you are interested in any of the products mentioned in today's episode, there are links available in the episode description on your podcast app.
If you love what you hear, leave us a rating and a review.
And if you have a question or want us to cover anything on the pod, reach out via our socials. Mine is at Jayme Jo.
And mine is at Jessie Massoud. Or send us an email at skinfluence@novapodcast.com.au.
Bye guys, love
Mwah.
you.
So cute.